The levels don't lie, my friends. The levels do not lie. And in today's video, I'm going to break down exactly how to find them, trade them, and execute on them. I personally think that this is one of the most, if not the most important thing any beginner or intermediate trader can learn, and something that has not only made me a lot of money, but saved me a lot of money in my 8 years of learning how to trade. What is going on, my friends? It's your boy Jay Dunn Trades with Team Bull Trading, and I hope you're all having a blessed day. In today's value-packed video, we're going to break down a crazy trading day. How we caught the exact bottom inside Team Bull. We had our team making money like this. What a nasty morning. Huge. And how we had a pretty good feeling this was going to be the bottom before it happened. Now, finding levels doesn't have to be complicated. A lot of gurus will tell you that it does. A lot of gurus will tell you that you have to buy a course to figure that out. You don't. And in today's video, I want to break down how I find my levels, what I look for, what invalidates them, and everything in that spectrum. So without further ado, if you guys get some value from this video, and if you guys want more videos just like this, make sure you tap in, hit that subscribe button, and let me know in the comments what you learned or what I could teach better. Now, looking at this chart, we always start with the hourly chart. We noticed the past few days, we've had a move down and an aggressive move up. Move down, aggressive move up. Move down, aggressive move up. And so what do we expect to happen today when this trend has been so strong the past 3 days? We expect some sort of move down and then an aggressive move up. Now, whenever I'm looking at levels and finding my levels for the day, which I do every single morning on Instagram Live for free, I look at a few things. And one is I go top to bottom of what I can see in my hourly chart. So that being the last 20 days. I get my levels tool up and I look. So you can see back here, 2-3 weeks ago, we had a push here with an impulse candle above, a touch, and a move up. So we're gonna go ahead and mark that level. Now, as you can see from back here, this ended up being a touch here and the swing low for this cycle before we moved up. Now, had you known this beforehand and being able to see, okay, multiple touches here, failure to go higher, aggressive move up with a retest, that's a good sign. Whenever you see this type of candle in the hourly, there's a very good chance that when we come back down to that level later on, we're going to have some sort of buying there. I'm not saying it's going to be the complete reversal spot, but a lot of times you have buy orders left unfilled, sitting there waiting to be filled. That exact thing happens right here. We see we come down, we touch here, aggressively reverse, aggressively. Now we go up a little further. We look, nothing really to see here. Touch, touch, impulse, retest. Let's go ahead and mark this out. As we can see here, another touchdown, aggressive move up. This was also a trade that we traded inside Team Bull. Again, beautiful higher low on this hourly time frame from this swing low down here. We go up a little further, nothing here, nothing here, nothing really in here. Touch, 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 aggressive move down. We retest this area, which I already had marked out, and we reject heavily, right? Come back around, and this is where 529 comes into play, right? Now, not so much back here, but over here, we have touch, 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 aggressive rejection. Touch, aggressive rejection, right? And then we have a gap up. So when we see this gap up right here, okay? We see this gap up. We know that because we rejected aggressively twice, or 3 times actually, there's a very good chance when we come down here, we're gonna see at least some sort of action, some sort of buying, try to pick us up and follow this trend and make a higher low. Let's go see what exactly happens here in the 5 minute, right? We come, we test this area. Now I actually don't get filled on this push down. If we go here to the 1 minute chart, you can see, and if you were in Team Bull, you heard this. Grizzly was already in these calls. Grizzly held through this and held all the way up to like 532. Crazy. Now we aggressively push down in the 1 minute and push right back up. So I add in here, right? I catch a nice piece of this, right? 20-25% plus, and then tell the team, I'm personally going to take my profits. I'm going to take my 20% plus, 25% plus, but if you want to hold it, stops below 529. And I even went as far as telling one of our members beforehand. They said, Jay Dunn, call it a banger today. And this is what I said, 529 to 528.5 for calls. That's it. Where'd we go? 529 to 528.5. So we see this, right? We see this push up here, this back and forth. We build our base at 529 and we slowly make our way up before breaking through this opening range. And that's where the fun starts to happen. Now, again, the whole point of this is to show you that if you can mark out levels properly, right? If you can mark these out and trade them to a T, there's a good chance you are going to improve your win rate, and not only your win rate, but your risk management significantly, because you're going to have a better game plan going into every single trade. Now let's see how we react to these next levels. Come here, reject a little, fail, fail, impulse candle above, retest, push. We never come back down and retest 531.5. We make our way up slowly throughout the day, come up, test this area, fail, fail, test, fail, test, fail, test, fail, and we finally break above. So can you guess what I'm going to be watching for tomorrow? Now this changes a little bit because we're trading at all-time highs, okay? When you're trading at all-time highs, you got to think of things a little differently. You got to be a little more cautious buying all these bounces. You got to use really tight risk management, especially in such a complex geopolitical environment, which we've been in. A market that has been roaring upwards is due for sell-offs at some point. Not to say that, you need to follow the trend until it's not your trend, right? But just be careful buying immediate dips, especially when they're close. I would go as far to say, as we have our level set. We never really retested this level fully on the larger time frames, like 5 minute, right? We broke through this, never retested this. So I'll watch for like a 531 area bounce tomorrow, up around here. You could also look for like a 534 area bounce, like just using the chart. You can apply this, if you're seeing this a year later, this still applies to you, okay? If you have a level here, you gap up a little, let's say to like right here, 536, you can still watch for that move down to your next level. You just need to be cautious of that. If you open too close, a lot of times you'll flush down. You go to your next support, and that's where you'll find that bounce that you're looking for on the chart. So just be careful about that. Use price action. I personally stay away from indicators. I trade price. I read what's happening here. I use my level system. I watch candlesticks to confirm my entries. Levels are great, but they can only take you so far. So I watch candlesticks for my entry and for my trade management. And that's what I do, guys. I keep it super simple. It keeps my psychology straight. It keeps my entries and exits straight. And it allows me to make more money and keep more money. That's the key. It's not about how much you make in this game, my friends. It's about how much you keep. I always say, I had someone in my live today that came in and said, Jay Dunn, I've been learning so much from your free content. I went 34-4 and I just blew my account. I said, bro, what? You went 34-4. So he had 34 wins and 4 losses. But those 4 losses wiped out all 34 of his wins. And I see this happen way too much, guys. Way too much this happens. So it goes to show again that it's not about how much you can make, it's about how much you can keep, and the best loser wins in this game, guys. The best loser wins, no ifs, ands, or buts about it. So keep trading smart, keep trading safe. I love seeing you guys learn, level up, and win. Hopefully this video helped you, got you one step closer to your goals. Hourly chart for charting and for intraday levels, daily and weekly for macro levels, 5 minute, 1 minute, and 2 minute for executions. Love you guys. Trade smart, trade safe. Team Bull forever. Peace.